Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Quest VIII. In the last episode, where did I leave you exactly? I think I was at the Monster Arena. We had just got rank B completed, and we got like the ability to be able to use two monster teams now, which is pretty cool. But the biggest thing is now we can freaking fly, and we have a thing that we need to use in our inventory to potentially point us to where we need to go next for the story. But before we do that, you probably just saw in my inventory, and you also saw that we're back here at Monster Town, controlling... Apparently when you're here, you just control this guy. But you probably noticed in my inventory, I have $150,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I did a little bit of grinding. You probably also know my level. I think everybody went up 2 levels while I was grinding for all that money. I think. Maybe even 3. I think Jessica might have went up 3 levels because she was behind by 3 levels, I think. Anyway, everybody's 38 and Jessica's 37. I might be close to more levels, I'm not sure. But I do know that people unlock some more spells and stuff and abilities, and I maxed out some of their weapon skills. I'll just leave it so when you guys can see it on the list and I can show it in battle. But I did get some more abilities and weapons and stuff. I'll show what those are as we go. Abilities and weapons? Abilities and spells. Sorry, not weapons. I didn't buy any weapons yet. Obviously, be the fact that I have 150,000 gold I need to go spend. So that's what we're back here for. So we can spend that money on all the things I said I was going to buy. Oh, also, alchemy. Let me get an alchemy going real quick. So I'm pretty sure I don't have one going right now. And I wrote down some more... Oh, I do have one going right now. Oh, right, the sword! I forgot about the sword. But anyway, before I get into this and see this awesome sword... Josh, I am doing good, but yes, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Hope, like I said, I hope you're doing good. And I'm just playing some Dragon Quest VIII today, and you know, about to get this bitchin' sword. Yes, we're finally controlling the titular main character. That is not false. The name of the game is Curse of the King, or Curse of the something of the Cursed King. Journey of the Cursed King. What's it called again? Anyway, let's see. Let's check out this sword, bro. The liquid metal sword. Yes. Yes, that's the weapon we want, Daddy. That's the weapon we like, Daddy. I'm about to put this miracle sword and this dragon's bane away, because that's the new sword right there. But alright, in the meantime, let's get some more stuff going. So, I found a way to make the white shield. Remember, that's one of the shields we need for the Saintis shield that we want to make. So, there's an actually super easy way to make a white shield. Light shield, and then we combine that with 2 very stupid items of the same ilk that we have a ton of, and that is, where is it? Good old fresh milk. 2 fresh milks and a light shield should make a white shield, which is a very strange thing, but it should work. There you go. Boom. White shield on the way. I don't even know if the white shield's any good, but we're going to use it to make an even better shield. I can also buy a mirror shield while we're here, so I think that might happen pretty soon, amongst other things. But let's go ahead and check the shops again. I know I bought the dress that was at this shop. Let's check the other shops. I forget exactly what we're going to buy. I didn't even math out what I needed exactly. I just made hella money, and I was like, let's see if this is enough. All good shields have milk in them, indeed. And yes, the game is not called Journey of the Generic Mute. You're not wrong. Also, yo, look at the jump in damage for the heavy hatchet now. The reason why this is such a big jump is because I did level up his axe level, you know, with the couple of level ups I got. So his axe damage is even better than it was before. So I'm actually super hyped to get this heavy hatchet. It's pretty hype. I'm not going to buy this blizzard blade. I don't think I need this for any recipes. So I'll probably hold off since I just got a new sword that might be even better than that one. But let me grab this heavy hatchet. It's the only thing I wanted to buy here, I guess. Hey, the less of this money I spend, the less I got to worry about it. That means I have more money left over to get some items for some of these recipes I wrote down. Because I didn't buy any of those items yet either. There are a few I'm going to have to go around and buy around the world. But anyway, Yangus, take the hatchet, boy. What do you mean you can't carry any more items? What the hell's filled his inventory? I have no idea. It might be a bunch of the items I got from grinding. I got hella item drops when I was grinding, by the way. Like all these gold armlets and rings from those gold golems. I got a bunch of leather. What are they called? Leather. I could probably sell all this shit, by the way. Let me show you what I got. What else did I get? A bunch of these leather capes. Eagle dagger. Yeah, there's an enemy that dropped the eagle dagger too. Oh shoot! I never did see if this was any good. It's probably not better than the axe I just gave him. Yeah, it's not. I forgot I picked up that Bardishev binding while I was exploring. Also, my controller totally just unplugged. Love that for me. Sage's rope. Did I ever check to see if this was good? I mean, I think I did. It's just not as good as what he's already wearing. Silver mail. Right, we were going to make a new thing with her current outfit. Anyway, Dark Tree Leaf. That's the item we're going to use here in a minute to proceed with the story. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember all the things I was going to make. I don't know why. Oh, I see. His inventory was probably just full of these herbs. These strong medicines, they actually dropped from some of the enemies I was fighting as well. So his inventory probably filled in with those, like the main characters. As for swords and stuff, let me get rid of some of these because we got a better sword now. Hell yeah. A better sword. Better sword than those, that's for sure. At least I would assume so. I actually didn't check, but I'm assuming this liquid metal sword we just made is pretty bitchin'. 118 attack, yeah. Comparatively, 72, 80, 118, yeah. I think it's a little bit good. Just a little bit, though. Just a little bit. Absolutely. And I didn't check, but I'm assuming Angelo Boy can't use this. Oh, shit, he can? Bro. Tempting. I'll put it on Funky for now. I have plans for this swallowtail, actually. I did write down a recipe where I can make a better swallowtail. Or a better boomerang out of the swallowtail. So, I'm going to make that happen here just in a second. Is it from something I can buy here? I'm going to have to go back to a different shop. Alright, anyway. Or I have to check and see if anybody has one equipped already. But alright, in terms of this equipment, though, this is where I really needed to spend some money. I want this Gigant armor. Or Gigant armor, whatever. This is where all my money's going to get spent right here. I do need a mirror shield. Not necessarily to equip, but I'm going to make a better shield out of it. I believe I need the mirror shield and the Saintess and the white shield to make a Saintess shield. Double checking. Where did I write that one down? I did write it down, didn't I? Maybe I didn't write that one down because I have the recipe in the game. I guess I didn't write that one down. That's fine. Tis fine, tis fine. But I'm pretty sure I need that. Power shield, I don't think I need for any recipes. Tempting to buy, but I don't know. Mirror armor, too. I'm like, should I buy this? Fuck, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to buy the Gigant armor for Yangus, though, regardless of anything else. I don't remember what he was wearing already, but he's wearing that now. Better helmet for Jessica, yes. There you go, Jessica. Better helmet. You can organize her inventory. She's just holding on to some healing items she doesn't really need to hold on to anyway. Was he already wearing a thinking cap, or did he have a different helmet on that's just the same amount of defense? I think he just has I think he has like a mithril helmet on or something. Angelo, that is. Anyway, this is a really good helmet also, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that for Funky and Yangus. I don't remember what helmet they already have, but this is way better, so I'm just going to buy it. Like, way better. My defense went up by double digits on both of them, so... Alright, besides the mirror armor, which is very tempting to buy as well. I only worry that it's going to reflect healing spells, and I don't know if that's actually what it does. Iron headgear. I don't think I need this for any recipes, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that. If I need another one, I can buy one of those. I'm pretty sure I bought that. Anybody else have stuff I can sell? I could probably sell this king axe. I'm pretty sure... Oh, this is a scythe. Oh, shit. This is a scythe? And it's that much better than the... Whoa! Also, I just bought this... Or I just made this dark robe, and the Gigant thing is way better. Man, that's unfortunate. I liked the dark robe. I'm going to hold on to it for now, just in case there was something. I could sell this iron headgear, though. Oh, I already bought him a great helmet. Or... No. My bad. Never mind. I just bought that. I'm keeping the magic hat. She does have a flame shield. Okay. I need this for something else. But I think I'm going to finish making the Saintess shield first. And then I'm going to make something out of this flame shield later. Because the Saintess shield will probably replace this, and then I can make that into something else. As for him, I guess we're going to sell the Velvet Cape. I didn't see any recipes that require this Velvet Cape. I can always buy another one if I need it. It's fine. Yeah, the rest of this I will... I mean, this... No, I don't want to sell the hat. I want to keep that. Sorry. There's a recipe where I need the hat. In fact, that's it. I have a lot of recipes I'm going to work on today while we're playing, so let's just get to it. In the meantime, I bought everything I wanted to buy. Sold some stuff. I probably have more shit I can sell, but that's fine for now. We're already healed up, so I'm good to go. Let's just get on with the show, shall we? Like I said, I'll show off any of the spells and magic and stuff, abilities I learned as we do a few battles, but the real question is, what are we doing now? Well, besides possibly exploring around the world and flying and see if there's any other areas I can only get to by flying, which is something I really want to do at some point here. The other thing I really want to do... Is there anything else I really want to do? I guess maybe go try A-rank monsters, which I wanted to do last time, but I kind of ran out of time. Just to see if I can do it, but... Let me just go to flying mode real quick. I kind of just want to do like a quick survey to see if I can find anything that's obvious to land before I use my my item and see where we need to go for the story legitimately. I'd like to just see if there's any good spots to find, and you know, it'll hopefully pass the time, and in our alchemy thing we'll do some progress while we're at it. Like, is there any plateaus I can land on that are clearly something I can't walk to? Like, see this plateau right here. Could I land on this? Because if I can, maybe there's something up here, you know? Anything that looks like a plateau that I can't walk to, I should check, you know? Let's go a little faster. Can I land up here? I can land on here? Fuck it. Let's see if there's anything up here. I don't think I can walk up here. Anything that's a plateau, I'm going to check. Just because... Well, wait. Did it put me on top of the plateau? I don't feel like you put me on top... You didn't even put me on top of the plateau. You lied to me. You lied to me. This is not the plateau, bro. I tried to land on top of the plateau next to it. Apparently, that's not a thing. Fine, then. So if you're wondering how long it took me to grind for that 150k, it took about 3 hours of IRL time because I was using the fast forward function. But yeah, it took a while. But hey, it happened. Oh, maybe I didn't land on the plateau and I thought I did. I mean, I looked at it wrong. No, I tried to land on here. I did try to land on here. It just didn't land there. That's weird, but okay. Well, I guess I'm looking for anywhere that's like an above section that I can land. That I wasn't able to land before. What is this place? Hold on, where are we at on the map? It's somewhere I've been. I don't remember which place that is. Oh, I think that might be the place where we climbed to the top to... I'm trying to remember exactly what we did up there, but I remember it. Did I? Okay, what? This little house in the woods we've been to. I'm just making sure the places I see are places I've been. Hold on. Was there a house in the woods over here that I haven't been to? Hold up, hold up. Hold on. Okay, so I see... Flip around here. I see this place. Did I see a small little house right here that I didn't... Oh, there is a house here. Hold on. I don't think I see this on my map, so I want to see what this is. Like I said, I'm just looking for spots I haven't been to. What house is this? Have I been here? Potentially. Let's see what this says. Welcome to the Lakeside Cabin. It's a wonderful place for travelers on their way to Escompt, then pick them to have a rest. I think I have been here. There's a thing in the middle of the lake, bro. I'm going there. Flying there in a second. I'm pretty sure I have been here. This feels familiar. Double checking, though. Double checking. Diary of a Weapons Dealer. Dear Diary, I had a great rumor in the pub today. Converted a common leather whip into a snakeskin whip. Yeah, I think I've already done this. I mean, we already know this. We already knew that one. It's not a new recipe, which means I have probably been here. Keep going south along the path you find. Yeah, this is the path between Pickham and... I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay. Just double checking. I don't want to make sure I don't miss anything obvious. But there is a chest in the middle of the lake, which I'm absolutely going to go get real quick. Let's do that. And that's the kind of shit I need to look at on the map. Things that are in the middle of places that I can't get to with the ship, basically. Not just high up places, which I'm also looking for, obviously. I'm also still wondering if I should go explore the desert anytime soon, or if I should wait for the story to point me there. Because of all the places I've been, the desert is one of those ones I went, but I didn't explore it entirely. And I don't know if it's something I should have already done, if it's side-related, or just there's cool equipment there, or if it's going to relate to the story at some point. Ooh, there's also a monster here. Nice. Okay. Well, let's take that shit on, son. Ooh, yes. Worth it. Yggdrasil do. Yggdrasil door. Also, a Cyclops is here too, huh? That's a big boy. Which means this monster might actually be pretty good. If this is the kind of enemies we're fighting on this island. Because this is an enemy we just started fighting in more recent areas. He's a big boy. He helped carry us to victory. I mean, the good, unique version of him helped carry us to victory, but... Anyway, let's take this guy on. Hello, sir. I like how you ran away from me, Mr. Bushwhacker. Oh, I should be showing you guys new stuff. Okay, did Funky learn any new spells? I don't think Funky did. I think Funky still has the same stuff. I don't know if he got... I might have unlocked Metal Slash, now that I think about it, by leveling up his sword. But that's about it, I think. Oh, no, you know what? I maxed out Boomerang all the way. So now I have Giga Throw, which is apparently a really strong Boomerang ability, which we'll try out at some point. But yeah, this guy's getting slapped. Okay, as for Genghis, I think he learned Hatchet Man and... no, not Mindbreaker. That's a hammer move. He learned Hatchet Man, I think. Pretty sure. Basically, it's like it's an insta-kill attack if, you know, randomly insta-kills an enemy if you get lucky. If it connects. I don't think he learned anything else. Well, he didn't learn any other things, I don't think, right? I don't think so. Jessica, did you learn anything new? No, that's new. I feel like she learned a spell, though. She learned Kafrizzle. Single target. Enormous fireball. Awesome. Did she learn any other new spells that I forgot to explain or show? Oh, she also learned Kasnooze. I don't know if you guys got to see that one or not. I'm pretty sure she learned this from her sexy lady stat that went up. Kafrizzle she learned from leveling up, though. You can just hip drop this dude. As for Angelo, I believe he didn't learn any new... Oh, wait, he learned Lightning Storm, right. I maxed out Angelo's sword ability, and he learned Lightning Storm. That's what he got from maxing it out. I remember that. I don't think he learned any other abilities. He did learn a spell, though, I think, too. What spell did he learn? Did he learn a spell? Oh, wait, he learned Band Dance. This actually came from his skill level up, too. What did it do? Hold on, I didn't even catch what it says. Stop one group of enemies from dancing. Oh. That's actually nice for enemies that do a dance move that's annoying. That's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, well, right now we're just going to kick some ass, but there's the new abilities I have. I'm kind of sad with Yangus. Now I got to level up his Scythe ability. I thought he was getting a new axe, and now he got a new Scythe that's pretty savage. That's alright. I'm pretty sure his hammer is basically maxed out at this point, or it's really close to being maxed out. But unless I go back to a hammer weapon, I'm not going to worry about maxing it out entirely. Anyway, let's get this bushwhacker put back in the bag or whatever. I don't know. I'm curious to see if this thing's actually pretty good to add to my team or not. Anyway, yo, what up, Flammy? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, sir? Alright, now he down. Now he dead. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, good sir. Silver monster coin for that guy. Are you any good? He's got 193 attack. He's not amazing. Oh, I had room for him. I had room for him? Oh, because I have 2 teams. And my second team's... Yeah, he went on to my second team. Wow. So I still get 6 reserves, and I get 2 full teams. So I get a total of 12 monsters now. Interesting. Kind of interesting. Anyway, it's been way too hot over there, Flammy. It's been about 28 degrees Celsius or 82 Fahrenheit. 82 Fahrenheit? That's not too bad. I mean, that's warm, but it's not too hot. Are you kidding me, dude? I come from California where it's a regular hundo in the summer, like very regularly. Although I don't know how humid it is where you're from, so humidity can be a problem. Where I live now in Ohio, very humid. So regardless of the temperature, the humidity is garbage. Alright, so I found one little island I could only fly to. I gotta see if there's any more like this that I can only reach via flying. I'm gonna have to take a look at the map for that. But let me just see if there's any other like higher up plateaus I can fly to. Alright, so that's the island I just landed on. Any other situations that look similar, or like a place that looks isolated? But even if it's isolated, I should be able to land there with the ship. Like this area looks isolated. I don't think I've been here. Maybe we should check this area out. Right? This looks isolated, like I could have landed the ship there, but I never went over here. So let's see. Let's check it out. I'm curious. I want to land down here and check out this little crevice. There's probably at least a treasure down here. We are flying like an eagle for show. Look, you're not used to this heat, but for only a bit more than a week in the summer. I guess that's fair depending on where you come from there, Flammy. Wait, what is this cave? What cave is this? I don't think I've been here. What cave is this? Is this the fucking mole cave? This is the fucking mole cave. I've been here. I don't think the mole cave was marked on the map, but I've been there. We've been here, done that. We're good. We're good. Never mind. That's the fucking mole cave. I thought it was something else. I thought I hadn't been there. We've been there. Never mind. Was that on the map and I just didn't see it on the map? It's hard to see when you're on that spot yourself. I have to like move out of the way and then check it. But okay, can I land on like this little fucking island right here? No, probably not. These don't look like landable islands. Okay, so that was there. I just was tripping. Alright, fine. Monkey just be tripping. Don't mind him. Alright, okay. Have I been to this, like, upper area? Like, this little... What is this place? What is this place? Have I been to this place? I don't know what this place is. I'm going to try to land on it and see if it's something I've been to. Is this the hunting grounds? Where the heck are we? Alright, well I have not been up here because there are 2 treasures that I just got that I did not get before. So we have not been here. Wherever this is, we have not been. Elysium birds? Are you new? Have I fought you before? Been so long I forgot about the mole? I did forget about the mole. You're right, Omega. You're right. The series never drew your interest, though I'm sure it's decent. Well, I'll tell you this, Flammy. If you're not interested in any of them, this is the first one that's truly, you know, gotten my attention in the terms of, like, I'm actually enjoying myself playing through it. Not to say I don't enjoy the other ones, but I mean, like, immediately I was like, I'm into this. And I haven't felt any, like it has never gotten... What's the word I'm looking for? I haven't got to the point where it kind of just feels like I'm doing the same shit. Same shit, same shit. You know what I mean? And obviously the graphics being updated for the first time in the series, took till the 8th game for the graphics to truly get an update. I think that's something to say as well. But Japanese people, man, they love their Dragon Quests. Like, this is one of the biggest series ever in Japan. So, you know, that's the reason why it's still around to this day. And there's Funky G with another level. I figured he got to be close. Alright, so let's show you what we're doing with his points. I believe Boomerang is maxed out, indeed. I'm probably going to go all sword for now, because I'm using swords right now, and I'm probably going to be using swords at the end of the game for hard battles. I still kind of want to go courage a little bit. You know what? Let's do 4 and 4. This is something I probably should have looked up by now to see what other abilities I can get from leveling up these stats. At least for this stat right here, because this stat is the one that's interesting to see what spells and abilities you can learn from. Anyway, I now have a better critical hit chance with swords. Nice. Nice. It's probably the same with Final Fantasy. What's probably the same with Final Fantasy? I think Final Fantasy made bigger leaps and bounds as the series went on. There are some enemies over here that I don't think I ever captured, because I don't think I've ever been up here. This is a high up situation that I've never been. Can I get down from here? Am I stuck up here? Oh, there's a bridge. Okay. I'm going to cross that bridge and look around. I don't know what we're doing here. These enemies don't seem very difficult, but they don't... I'm not 100% sure these are enemies I've even fought, though. Oh, you mean Japan love Final Fantasy? Japan also loves Final Fantasy, yes, but I think Dragon Quest... I think the big kicker is that Dragon Quest is actually bigger than Final Fantasy in Japan. They're both big, huge series, yes, but I think Dragon Quest is even more popular. They even have like a holiday for Dragon Quest. That's how popular it is over there. It's crazy. They have an MMO for Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest X is an MMO that I'm pretty sure we do not have in the US. I don't even know what it looks like because we don't have it. Anyway, you don't doubt the popularity. It just felt a bit clunky looking on the outside. Well, I'll say this. This one, top tier JRPG I've played on the PS2. Like, the PS2 RPGs I've played have mostly been pretty good, but this one's up there. This is pretty good. I will absolutely put this up there. It's not... there's not a lot to complain about here other than the normal Dragon Quest stuff that this game still has, which, honestly, you'd think they would move past by this point, but... Can't give up the good old Dragon Quest stuff sometimes. So I'm going to try this and see if it hits everybody or not. Because I felt like when I was trying to use Kaboom with flying enemies, it just didn't hit them. So let's see if that's true. No, it hits them. So why did I have issue hitting some of the enemies with Kaboom? Or they just had a resistance to it, maybe? I don't even know. So weird. I wonder which one had more titles if you count FF spin-offs. I think that answers your question right now, Flammy. Final Fantasy, if you count spin-offs especially. I mean, the main series, Final Fantasy, has more games. There's 16 of them, right? Dragon Quest only goes to 11 at this point. I think they're working on a 12. There's rumors of it. There's the creator says he is making one, but there's no announcement for it or anything yet. I believe they've been too busy working on the remakes, the remaster remakes, the HD 2.5 redate, whatever they're calling them, the HD remakes. They did Dragon Quest 3. They're doing 1 and 2 right now. They're probably going to do... I did read some article that said they were probably going to do 7, and I was like, they're going to do 7? Oh, this is not a catch monster. That Elysium bird over there can't resist anything shiny. She buries everything she collects in the sand. Okay... Maybe there's some shiny shit. I don't even know, man. What have I discovered over here? I don't even know. But yeah, it's pretty safe to say there's more Final Fantasy games. Like, not just numbered, but even spin-offs included. Between remakes and spin-offs especially, there's so much Final Fantasy shit out there, it's crazy. Final Fantasy Legends, Crystal Chronicles, Tactics Advance, various beat-em-up games. There's a lot. There's a lot, yes. So basically you're playing another game before a remake. Well, this is Dragon Quest VIII, right, Omega? They're remaking 7. But yeah, they're doing it again. Well, supposedly. There's no announcement for 7 remake yet, but... that one I'm going to be kind of annoyed by, because I would have loved to play it with better graphics. But oh well, I'm not going back and playing that game again. It was good, but not replayably good. Not in my opinion. I would much rather replay this game if I had to. Like, I'm not going to do it anytime soon. Obviously, we're playing it now, but you know what I mean. I'd more sooner replay this than I would go back to 7. Let's just say that. Unless they made 7 look like this, which I seriously doubt they would go that hardcore on the graphics. A human used to live here before. A human so pure and good that even we monsters took a shine to him. You're the first humans I've seen here since his death. What monster are we talking about here, huh? Or what human, rather, are we talking about? I don't know. But this place looks interesting. Reminds me of the horrible mobile remake 3D games of the classic FF games, which were objectively a mistake. 3D? They made 3D versions of some of the old classic Final Fantasies? Because I know they did Final Fantasy 1 through 6 on mobile, I think. I don't know if they did all 6 of them, but I know they did some of them. Because I played Final Fantasy V mobile version via Steam. They actually ported it to Steam. I didn't think it was that bad. The graphics were... could have been better. I could have liked them better, but... they pretty much delisted all those versions off of Steam now because they have the pixel remasters to replace them. Maybe Voldemort lived here? Maybe. Maybe. You might be right, Omega. You might be right. I want to go in there, but the water is a little weird here. Can I? Oh, this is just a bridge. I thought it was like a dock. Never mind. Is there any other people, monsters, or anything here? Anyway, 4 and 5, you at least remember, were these huge clunky models and just generally unpleasant to look at. So you're saying they were in 3D? Because I know that Final Fantasy 3 and 4 have 3D remakes. Did they do 5 also? I don't remember them doing 5. Because the 3D remakes I'm aware of for, yeah, the chibi models in 3D. Final Fantasy 3 and 4 have them. I don't know if 5 has one. If they do, then I have not seen it. Maybe it's not in America. Maybe that's why I haven't seen it. Anyway, what is this? My name is Aegeus. There was once a time when people would call me the child of the goddess. But I have come to realize that I am a mere human child, weak and delicate like any other. After the Lord of Darkness was sealed away, I sacrificed my life that others might live. Here I record my final prophecy. I pray that it will be seen by the eyes of the righteous. As I gaze into the future, I foresee a period of darkness, a time that is shrouded in mist. A time when the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn, may once again terrorize the world. But we should not lose heart, for our bloodlines will still live on. When the time comes, there will be a living heir for each of us. The heir of the great warrior Golding will be living with his 2 adopted children, surrounded by the voices of joyous people. The heir of the sorcerer, Master Gozo, will be carrying on the tradition, teaching magic in a town near the castle where the scepter is sealed away. Oh, okay. Master Gozo was the first guy they killed. Right. The old guy. Right. Yes. Sorry. I was trying to remember who got killed first in the list of heirs. And that's right. There was that first town. The heir of the great magician Koopas will be living with monsters deep in the forest, having abandoned his life of magic. That was David. The bloodline of the magical swordsman Alexander will be transferred to another family, and his heir will be renowned across the land. That was Alexandria's son. The son in Alexandria, which I forget his name. Was his name Alexander? I don't think his name was Alexander. Arthur? I forget. It's Jessica's brother, that guy. The heir of the great scholar Kadan will be living an honest life in the deep snowy mountains, preserving the legend of the god bird. Okay, that was Maldra, or whatever her name was, the old lady that died. The heir of Regnar, who returned to the world of men from heaven, will be the keeper of the faith for countless souls. That's the high priest. That's him. Or that's Francisco. Let's see. And finally, my own heir will be living a contented life as leader of a group of many monks. That's probably Francisco. As long as at least one of them is alive, this world shall be safe for all eternity. As such, is it imperative that their lives are protected, lest the Lord of Darkness ever return to extinguish the light of this world. It is the only way. I pray to the goddess that our children will abide by these words. Damn. Well, unfortunately, 6 out of the 7 are dead. We're trying. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so Final Fantasy V does not have a chibi model remake. 4 has one for sure. I know 3 has one for sure, too. They also did World of Final Fantasy, which had the big chibi models, too. You're not wrong, Omega. Yeah, I was going to say, I still kind of want to play the Final Fantasy III remake, like the 3D remake. I still have that on my like wish list. I want to play that at some point. Final Fantasy III is the Final Fantasy I have played the least. Well, besides the newest ones that I've played once. 16. I would say 15, but I spent a lot of time on 15 doing achievements and stuff. So Final Fantasy III is definitely one I spent the least amount of time on out of the whole series. It's the only one I haven't replayed at all. So I wouldn't mind replaying it with the 3D remake version. That could be fun. You're just miffed that they jumped the gun and couldn't even make them well. I mean, I think some people like the 3 and 4 remakes. I don't think they're complete shit. If they were complete shit, I don't think anyone would play them ever, and they would have just been lost to the annals of time as garbage. But they're still around. You can still buy them on Steam and play them. Both of those versions. I guess there's no more treasures here, huh? I thought for sure I was going to find something shiny around the beach part. He said he liked to bury his head in very shiny stuff in the sand. I don't know what sand it's talking about. Unless it's talking about the desert sands, but that's far away from here. Anyway, gameplay-wise, you'd actually prefer the 3D version of 4 because they let you customize your character's abilities. Oh, that's kind of cool. Final Fantasy 4 is just not one of my favorites. Like, I know some people it's one of their favorites, but... Like, I like 4, but... It's probably outside... It's, like, close to the bottom of my top 10. Obviously, there's the bottom tier Final Fantasies that are just outside the top 10, obviously. But 4 is probably closer to the bottom of the top 10. Yeah, see? Sparty's 4 is one of his favorites. Flammy, 4 through 6 are his favorites. See, that's what I'm saying? Like, I'm of the PS1 ilk. 7, 8, 9 are my favorite 3. And Tactics, of course, if you count that. But I was just talking numbered entries, mostly. You prefer not bothering with job systems, though, and just having the class be related to the character's story? I'm actually okay with that. That's why Final Fantasy V is not in my top... Well, is it my 5th one? Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9. And then I'm torn after that. They're not in that order. It's more like 8, 7, 9. But, I don't know. 6 is there. Right around there. 5 is around there. 10's around there. Like 10, 5, and 6 are like the next 3. But I don't know what order I put them in. And then maybe after that I would put 4. That's probably about right. So basically it'd be like the 8th best Final Fantasy, or no, did I math that right? 3. That's 3 and 3. So the 7th best Final Fantasy. That's where I would put it without putting it in a particular order. But it'd be around the 7th best. Based on the numbers I just spewed. Seventh favorite, I can say, not best. Best is, best to me. Gluff and Bart's just straight up dancers, homie. FF4 3DS Remake has an 85 on Meta, and FF3 is 77, so those games are, yeah, they're decently received. I don't think people hate them as much as some people do. I think some people just don't like the graphical style. I mean, that's understandable. But I think from just the game itself, I'm sure they play fine and are fine games. Just a matter of what you like. At least they were purpose-built for a device. Well, they were built for the DS, right? Like, they were supposed to be DS games. Utilize the 3D graphics of the DS. But they were also ported to mobile, I believe, as well. Alright, so anyway, I think we're done here. There's not really anywhere else to go. I kind of was hoping that I'd find something cooler up here, but... There's a whole-ass path that leads over to here. But I don't think that path leads to anything that I haven't already been to. Yeah, this path I've been to, I think. It leads to a dead end here. What area is this? Is this the beginning of the game? I think it is. Anyway, let's just get the fuck out of here. Let's go look around for some more stuff to land on. The phone ports with the redone pixel art are probably the worst version. See, that's the versions I was talking about earlier, Sparty. I was mentioning earlier, I have that version of Final Fantasy V on Steam. That's basically the mobile version of 5. I don't hate it. It plays fine. I can understand people not liking the redone sprites, though. They're not as endearing and cool looking as the original sprites. They're basically the same sprites. They just colored over them to smooth them out, so they're not sprites anymore. Yeah. But I don't know. I didn't hate the version. It still plays fine, and it has good quality of life stuff. It just doesn't look great graphically. It's not my favorite version of the graphics for sure. Have I been to this island up here? I don't think I ever sailed over here. I mean, like, I probably could have sailed over here and got whatever's here, but let's check out this island real quick. Could have sailed here, but just never took the time. I don't think I did anyway. We'll find out. I can't get to the... Oh! Jesus! Scared the shit out of me, bro. Alright, well, we're fighting this guy. Here we go. Oh, shit, he is... Okay, at least he doesn't have thwack. I would have been scared with thwack. Also, he attacked Angelo, who has defense against that. Nice. The HUD they used for the mobile versions was pretty plain as well. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing that stood out about the mobile versions that were... like, made them worth getting over any other version of Final Fantasy, whatever, you know? Let's attack you. Hip drop? Hip drop. Falcon Slash? Falcon Slash. Late SNES emulation, even. Everything had to have 2 SAI screen filtering, even that has since died. I'm not sure what two times SAI screen filtering even is. Can you describe that in a game? Smoothing filters in 16:9. The only way to play SNES games. Yeah, totally, Sparty. Totally. This line triggers purists, I bet. Also, I killed that guy pretty easily. He's probably not great. But at least we got his coin. I'll take him, unless he's really terrible. Actually, his attack's pretty good. His HP sucks, but his attack's pretty strong. I'll keep him for now, Mr. Seesaw. He saw seesaws by the seesaw. Alright, well, we got another monster, so that was cool. It was worth coming here for that. Any random treasures laying around? Make this even more worth it? That'd be cool. It's a filter type that groups same color panels and rounds them into single shape. Oh, okay. I honestly not sure just on that description what you mean, but I can imagine, I guess. You're on Twitch and you stream where you play Mega Man 2 with heavy smoothing filter and 60:9 just to have people come in and talk shit. Can you do that on the collection versions? Like Mega Man Classic Collection? Can you play with that much smoothing? I don't remember. I'd have to go back to my Switch version and check, because I have that collection on Switch. In hindsight, I probably should have just bought those on Steam, but I like to have them on my Switch at the time so I can play them on there. I guess there's no treasures here, huh? That's disappointing. Unique monster, but no treasure? Kitty, you got a treasure? Cat says nah. You do have the collection you can check? Well, go check, Sparty. Let me know. Doodle-doodle-dee, doodle-doodle-dee. Anyway, you have the original series collection on Steam and X1 on PlayStation? Gotcha. I have the opposite. I have the X collection on Steam, the Legacy X collection on Steam, and then I have the original 1 through 10 classic on my Switch. The X ones originally I have an X collection on PS2. That's actually how I played it on the channel, the first 6, but it didn't have 7 and 8 on it, right? So I had to play those via the X2 collection or X collection 2 on Steam, and then later I got the first one just to have the whole collection. So now I have the whole collection if I want to play any of the Mega Man X games again. You don't mind smoothing filters because you don't have a CRT to play on? That's also fair. If you're playing on a nice new monitor, there's no reason to play with shitty pixels if it looks shittier. You might as well smooth it out. But it really just depends on your preference regardless. If you like looking at them pixels real sharply, just play with regular pixels. Playing the Sailor Moon RPG on SNES these days with a smoothing filter on 4.3 and it looks great. Yeah, there you go, see? Smooth it out. Looks nice. Have you really been playing that Sailor Moon RPG? How's that going? Because I know me and Maro started it that one time. It seemed okay. It didn't seem terrible. Just not a subject matter I'm personally interested in, but, you know, it wasn't a terrible game. Alright, so there was a little island there. Is there any other little islands like that I didn't ever actually land on? Doesn't really seem like there's any, unless there's a couple on that south side of the southern island, which we can go check real quick. You feel like high frame per second games turn to porridge, especially with high FPS with highly pixelated games. They turn to porridge, huh? Sounds delicious. Oh wait, are you supposed to not like porridge? Wait, what is this island? Oh, okay. I was like, what is this island? Okay, these are not islands to land on. They just look like they are from the map. They're really just two big rocks in the water that I'm sure I can't land on. Yeah, okay. Never mind on that. Okay, so this little area, is it isolated? Have I been over here? This area over here seems pretty isolated. I don't think I ever landed my ship over here, did I? I don't think I did. Let's maybe land over here and take a look, huh? Okay, I can't land on that little plateau, but let's land in this area. I don't know if I've ever explored here with the ship, so... God damn it. Hold on. Flip around. This doesn't seem like an area I would have went to on the ship, but maybe I did. I don't remember. Anyway, that RPG is pretty good. Seems pretty easy. You're progressing slowly because you play it in Japanese. You're a long-time Sailor Moon fan. That I'm aware of, Sparty. That I'm aware of. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull out the kitty cat. I'm going to cast Holy Protection because I really don't want to fight any more battles if I don't have to. If I fight battles, it better be something worth my time. You know what I mean? No, but you don't stare at your portraits to give you cues for input either. Wow. Too real. Maybe I wanted to stare at my porridge and hope that I see something. Also, yay! My recipe's finally done. That's part of what I've been waiting for, too. Part of this exploration is to wait for these recipes to finish, goddammit. I want my white shield. There it is, baby. Hell yeah. You guys ready to make a Saint test shield? I'm ready. Let's make it right now. So I'm pretty sure it's that shield. The mirror shield. And I forget what the other one was, or what the other thing is. How do I make it? I do have the recipe for this one in game, I'm pretty sure. Don't I? Saint Test Shield, where you at? There it is. Holy water. Oh, that's easy enough. I got plenty of that. I really don't have a lot of it, but enough to make it work for this. There we go. Let's make ourselves a nice little Saint Test Shield. In Dragon Quest XI, they have this same crafting thing, but it's instant. That is way better than having to wait. I agree. Waiting around for this garbage kind of sucks. That took a long time, by the way. That's probably because I wasn't walking around enough, though. I think flying might not progress the alchemy pot as much as walking around does. Confirmed I haven't been here, though. Treasure. Iron Mask. That's getting sold, for sure. There's probably a unique monster around here, too. Somewhere. Doing laps. Looking for treasure. Looking for monsters. Ready to do work. One of your classic RPG games on SNES remains SMT 1 and 2. They don't try to sell me Persona or even SMT 3. They went off the path. Fair enough, I guess. I have not played any SMT games outside of Persona 3, 4, 5, and I did play one other thing. What I played Digital Devil Saga, the first one, which I thought was decent, but it really was just such a tedious. The battle system was such a, I don't know, something about it just really wore me down and didn't want to make me play the second game. one of these days I'll probably play the second game. It's just not something I'm excited about. Anyway, Muscly Mohawker, you're going to get your ass kicked, boy. I don't know how strong you're going to actually be, but you might be a good monster to have on a team. We'll see. Isn't Digital Devil Saga SMT3? No, SMT3 I believe is SMT3 Nocturne. I believe Nocturne is SMT3. I believe Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 are spin-offs. Someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And Nocturne's kind of in that same vein. They remade it. It looks awesome and great and everything, but again, I'm not looking forward to the tediousness of playing that battle system. Anyway, the original 2 SMT games were oozing in personality. Well, I think I have them on my SNES RPG lists. I think I do. And if I don't, it's because I believe they're only in Japanese, so I have to play a translator wrong. But I think they're on there. If they're not, they should be. Anyway, we got that guy murdered pretty easily. I wonder if he's any good, though. His attack's decent. He'll go on my second team for now. Yeah, I figure there's fan translations. There's fan translations of basically any SNES RPG at this point. So, I mean, if I really want to play any of them, regardless of region, I can play them at this point. Like the Sailor Moon one, I didn't play that one in Japanese. I was playing that one in English with Morrow. I know Sparty said he's playing it in Japanese, but yeah. I would not. At least not right now. I don't know any Japanese. Just double checking there's no more treasures here before I go. Or another monster tucked away back here. Kind of glad I'm flying around and exploring for a bit. We are finding some stuff, so I am not mad at the results from what we've been exploring so far today. But I figured I'd spend a little bit of time exploring before we move on with the story, just because I know there had to be more places I hadn't been able to go yet without flying, or I just never checked out because sailing around the world was a little bit tedious because you had to do random battles. Flying around is nice because I don't have to worry about battles until I land. Alright, so this island I have been to. This was like the Cat Island or whatever, wasn't it? Pretty sure I've been there. And then, of course, there's the island where we got the bird, which, you know, this is good times. I didn't actually explore this place in the light world. Should I check out this place in the light world? Is this something I should do? I wonder. You know what? Let's do it. Because maybe there's something good. Maybe there's something here. Maybe there is. Let's just go in. If we find no treasures within a few minutes, then I'll probably just say fuck it, you know? I'll even put Holy Protection on so we don't have to fight battles. Well, we'll probably still have to fight battles, but a lot of battles. Anyway, SMT3 felt so empty when you tried it. It looked the part, played the part, but it also looked so wrong. Flammy, flammy, flammy. You are so stuck in the past, my friend. There's treasures! Alright, well, we're re-exploring this place in the light world. That's fine. If there's treasures, it's worth it. I like how I already have the map here, even though I had it in the dark world. I think that's funny. Alright. Man, I wish I had the boomerang. Oh well. Let's just attack normal. Oh, I get it. You like your classic Slammy. But I'm just saying, you can't like anything new if you get stuck in the past, man. It's hard to like new stuff if you want your things a certain way. But whatever. You like what you like. I can't make you like something else. You like what you like. But it's like not liking this game because the graphics are too updated and you like the old ones. That's how I feel. Because I think this game's better. And not just because of the graphics. I think the graphics add a lot, though. Especially personality-wise. I think the first 7 Dragon Quests do not have a lot of personality. I think the remakes 4, 5, and 6 on the DS that I played add more personality. But if I had played the original SNES versions of 4, 5, and 6... those games would have felt like I was playing this, wouldn't have been any better than the NES versions, you know what I mean? And then 7, of course, had some personality, but like it's held back by not utilizing any of the 3D-ness of a PS1. Like it utilizes very small amounts of 3D, but not enough to like build up your characters better or anything. you could... Mother 2? Are you talking about Earthbound? Anyway, you could stomach this too. I mean, this isn't... Like I said, this is actually a pretty good game, all things considered. And it actually, like I said, it actually has personality for your characters and whatnot, so it's nice compared to most of the old Dragon Quest games. Like I said, you didn't like this series anyway, so I think this will be the first one where you might actually enjoy it to some degree anyway. Yay, mini medals. How many mini medals do I have at the moment? I have 4. I think I needed 95 for the next item. Or was it... I forget how many I had and how many I needed. Either way, I'll go check after I'm done exploring and see. Because now I have 4 more I can turn in. I definitely don't think I have enough to get another thing yet. I'm guessing the treasures are going to be in the same places in this place as they were in the Dark World. So let's just keep moving. So Mother 2. Might give it a swirl if you're looking for something new. Well, that's up to you. Yeah, Mother 2, aka Earthbound. I don't know. I thought that's the best. Well, I played Mother 3. Mother 3 was better in some regards. Earthbound's the one that's a little more memorable to me just because I've seen it more, played more by more people on top of myself. But yeah. Mother 3 is still really good though. But anyway, Earthbound. Are you referring to the fact that you thought Earthbound 1 was better than Earthbound 2, or Mother 1 is better than Mother 2? Because Mother 1 is not better. Mother 2 blew Mother 1 out of the water. Because I have played all of them now. I have an opinion now. Earthbound had better story parts, but just kind of simple battles. And then initial threw you off. Well, not simple, but not flashy. As opposed to what? What are you comparing it to? Because I assume you're not comparing that to Mother 1. Mother 1 is obviously not any better. It's worse on all of that. So what are you comparing it to? Are you comparing it to, like, Final Fantasy or something? Or the Shin Megami Tensei games? Which is what you were talking about before? And these guys are taking a beating before they die. I kind of miss having my boomerang. I guess I could have it equipped. I don't need to use my new sword right now. It's like my new sword's required at the moment. But as soon as that Saintess shield is done, I'm going to probably make the new boomerang I want to make. Because I need her flame shield to make a new boomerang. It's in the odd middle ground where they go halfway with the visuals, but then leave for wanting more. But again, what are you comparing it to? Earthbound, that is. Because it being a Super Nintendo game, I think, you know, makes it the way that it is. I think while I'm in here, I will equip the boomerang. Just so I can kill things a little faster. We don't need to be stuck in a battle for that long. And I don't remember if my Holy Protection was still on, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Alright. Oh, there it is. It just wore off. Let's put it back on. It just makes us fight less. This is probably off the mark, but Phantasy Star 4 came to mind. That's what you're comparing Earthbound to? Okay. That's fair. Funny you bring up Phantasy Star 4. I really still want to do that on the channel, like, really bad. I might pencil it in for before the end of the year. We'll see. It depends on how long some of these next RPGs take me that I'm planning to do. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, these guys. Let me try out my new ability. I want to see how... Oh, wait, this is only a single target move, huh? Let's do Starburst. I haven't done the Starburst one yet. I've had that for a while. I keep forgetting I have better moves now, and I haven't really been using them. Let's see the Stardust throw. Starburst throw. Nice. I don't know if that's any better than doing Power Throw, or Super Throw, or whatever it's called, but still pretty cool. Nope, I haven't played Phantasy Star 4 yet. It's because I'm trying to play all through the other ones, right? I've played 1 and 2. I got 3 pending, and then 4 will be next, obviously. And 4 I'm going to stream, so yeah. You've seen at least one playthrough of it. You've even tried it yourself. It's comparable in length to the FF game. I'm not worried about length. I just want it to be a good game. As long as Phantasy Star 4 is a good game, I'm in there. Alright, where are we at on the map? I believe I went this way and there was a treasure. Like a dead-end treasure, and then we'll come back. I'm assuming all the treasure chests are going to be the exact same places. Even if these are just all mini medals, this is worth it. But there might be one cool item here. That's 2 mini medals. Worth it because I think the next reward for mini medals is a metal helmet, like a metal king helmet. So that could be pretty cool to have. Oh, what up, DJ? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good morning. I'm a little bit annoyed that we got to re-explore this place, but at least we're even stronger than we were before, so it's fine. Your computer's freaking out right now, Flemmy. You should restart it. Alright, well, catch you after the restart, I guess. Alright, I believe this, there was a treasure in here, but you have to go around for it. Yeah, yep. Shibba-dibba-doo, shibba-dibba-doo. Shibba-dibba-doo, shibba-dibba-doo. Shibba-dibba-doo, shibba-doo. Man, these fucking gnats, I swear to God. There's always one gnat just floating around. And also, every time I move around, my controller keeps disconnecting. I don't know why that is. It's kind of annoying. I don't know if the connector's loose or what, but it's whatever. And like long term, these battles will be worth it because I'm sure we'll get some extra levels out of it. Alright, I need to make... Alright. We do need to make a turn, but that wasn't the turn. This is the turn. Come on, more mini medals probably. Gold nugget, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Like I said, the only thing I can think of to make out of that's a golden axe. I'll have to double check what else I can create with the golden nugget and see if it's worth just making some shit out of it just to use it, because otherwise they might just be worth selling. Maybe. I also don't know what else to do with the gold nuggets at this point. Need to go through the alchemy list one more time and see what they're potentially used for. I'm a black belt again. I even have nunchucks, FML. Nice. Where'd I get the nunchucks? Nunchucks. But anyway, what's up, man? Welcome in. How you doing today? Are you still planning to come over tomorrow, or what's up? Killer Croakers. I don't remember fighting these guys here. I don't think they showed up last time. You still planning to come over tomorrow? Alright. Well, then I guess I'll see you then. And we'll play some more Metal Slug tomorrow, I guess. I'll probably play this until you get here. Or, you know what I could do tomorrow? Since it won't be a long session of this anyway, and I've already played this for 3 days straight now. Maybe what I'll do is I'll play Rayman 2 until I finish it. And then when FML gets here, we'll switch over to that. I just don't know how long Rayman 2 is going to take me. Should take less than 2 hours, though. That's what I'm thinking in my head, based on where we are in the game. But maybe I could take the time to try to 100% it while I'm waiting, you know? I could do that. Anyway, let me pop a mid-heal or something. I think we're okay. You need to go to the store and get some chocolate chips. You're going to make cookies? Nice. Looking forward to some more cookies, sir. Homemade chocolate chip cookies. How about some cookies? Cookie hype, y'all. Cookie hype. Alright, let's see. I'm going to use my super throw on these dudes. Slap them. Schmack them. Schquank them. I'm going to go ahead and use Kaboom on this one. I don't imagine we're fighting a boss at the top of this place, just saying. It's the rehash. But maybe there will be something sitting on the ledge where the egg was originally, you know? At the end. Maybe there will be a treasure there instead. That would be actually pretty cool. I'm kind of hoping that that's the case. You know what else I want to do before I continue this story? Is I also want to go to the desert. I really do. It's the only place I haven't been to explore that I've been to. And I told you I was waiting for the story to take me there, but apparently it hasn't. And I've gone everywhere else the story hasn't quite technically taken me yet. So maybe I should just check out the desert and just see if there's anything there. I think I will do that. And if it cock blocks me because there's story stuff, then fine. I'll go back there later, right? But I kind of want to just go out in the middle of the desert and see if there's like an actual place I can go and it's not just like a desert you're wandering around. Did you all stop summoning fools? Right, they got the first turn. That was the problem. That was the problem. And that right there, the motherfucking problem. We don't know what to do to solve it. Kaboom! Anyway, you had to disconnect and reconnect your main display for it to start behaving again. No apparent reason. That is kind of annoying, Clammy, but welcome back. Speaking of displays, I haven't talked about this yet. My birthday is in a few weeks, but Maro bought me my gift early because she got it on sale. She was, you know, the Amazon Prime Day sales were there a couple weeks ago. But she got me a new monitor. So I have both of my monitors are 2K now. Because I got myself a 2K monitor from you guys, basically using up, you know, the money I made over the years. I bought myself a 2K monitor. It was already like, what, 3 or 4 years ago, maybe more. And I was able, and then Maro basically upgraded my other monitor. The main reason I wanted the new monitor is because my other monitor, that was still a 1080 monitor, was actually going out. Like the display started dimming and I couldn't fix it. I'm like, I think the monitor just going out. So I had to get a new one. So, you know, I wouldn't have a weird dimming monitor anymore. So I have a new monitor now, which is pretty freaking nice, I gotta say. It's pretty freaking nice. It's curved, by the way. It's curved. It's 2K and it's curved. It's weird how hard it is to get a monitor that's 2K or higher that's not curved. There's really not a lot of options of uncurved monitors that are not 2K. Like 2K or higher. Anyway, you have 3 monitors, but only because 2K is good enough, but you bought stands and now they're in an L pattern. I have 2 monitors. I'd have a third, but I have a TV because the TV is for console stuff. Now I know nowadays for like newer consoles, you can pretty much just plug an HDMI into a monitor and call it a day. But it's fucking Nat. I was ready to clap him out. I don't know. I still have a TV. What are you gonna do? Now, maybe next time this TV goes out on me, whenever a TV goes out again, then maybe I'll consider getting him just a monitor and saying fuck it. Well, here's the thing. You're saying for RCA and composite and all that, I could have a different thing, but the way I usually play those old consoles that require RCA and all that, and basically all the old stuff that's like, because I don't do any coax stuff, like the old consoles that required coax, I don't even do any of that anymore. I just use emulators for all that shit. But anything that uses the 3, red, yellow, white plugs, or anything higher like composite and stuff, I actually use a capture card, right? Like my capture device. I just go through that. So I can still use HDMI output, even with a monitor. So I don't even need that for that. At this point. So like, even when I'm not capturing stuff, I still use it to play through it. RetroTink? Nah. The capture device I still use is still an Elgato. I've been using it forever. Maybe if it ever goes out on me, I'll actually switch to something else, but... Dragon Dung. Wow, really glad I came back up here for that. I know I can make some stuff out of Dragon Dung, but I don't know if there's anything I really want to make out of it. Shoo-ga-doo-ga-doo, shoo-ga-doo-ga-doo. But yeah, if I ever get to a point where I can't capture stuff that requires composite or below, probably just going to be emulating everything that's not HDMI at that point. Anyway, too bad the US didn't adopt the digital RGB and the SCART connector. Yeah, I don't even know if I know what those things are. I might have seen them, but I definitely don't have any of that shit. It just occurred to me I started making that same test shield, but I didn't even look to see what the white shield was capable of. I just said, fuck it, we're using it to make another shield. I'm actually surprised that hasn't dinged on me while I was in here either. Yangus is dazzled. Dizzy dazzled. It was something between analog, RGB, and HDMI. It had this fancy wide 23-pin connector. Yeah, I don't even know if I've seen that. If I have, I definitely haven't had to deal with it around here, I can tell you that. Alright, I think we have one more section to get through after this part. It's the big spirally room that had 2 paths that led up. I want to make sure I go to the one that has a treasure first. But I do want to go all the way to the top, just in case there is a treasure where the nest was at. Anyway, it was a European standard. Well, makes sense why I didn't see it. Alright, the Zombini gladiators have been put in the ground. Yes, very good. I don't think there was any treasures in this room. At least not until you start climbing up to the top area. I know what I need to do is I need to go to the second exit, which I think is the one over here. Hold on. More battles. The enemy suddenly attack. These frogs are actually kind of weak sauce. Anyway, most of our pre-HDMI consoles came with SCART connector like N64 and some older ones, like even the Amiga. SCART connector, huh? I think N64 was basically when RGB started. Not RGB. Composite, or no, AV cables. I don't even know what the fuck you call them. Component cables, composite cables. The ones that is just yellow, red, and white. That's where an N64. That's what N64 had. And the PlayStation, same. PS1. PS2 also had that, yes, yes. But PS1 and N64 is where that pretty much started. Sorry, I'm blanking on what I was doing. I'm busy talking, and I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I'm gonna get rid of this high roller dude first. Who's ready to get ranged? He rolled a 6. Oh, great. That summons a homie. Didn't kill any of the frogs. That's pretty disappointing. Well, at least all the frogs got flipped the fuck back over. Yangus is 39, bro. 6 more skill points. Okay, I guess they're going into Scythe now because we're using a Scythe at the moment. I mean, I guess I could go Humanity instead. I don't know. Let's go Scythe to 5, and then I'll put the last point in Humanity because whatever. Wait. No. I want to go the other way first. This way. If I remember correctly, this is one that had a treasure. And then I have to go back around again. Two stun to move. Gonna kill you. Can't wait for you to die. I need to decide, am I gonna have Jessica use a whip for the rest of the game? Because I know I maxed out her whip ability. It's maxed. And basically the rest of her points from now on are going into lady, whatever, sexy lady or whatever it's called, sexiness. But like, if I switch her weapon, what would I switch it to? There's staffs and there's knives, right? Like, those are my other options. Do I bother? Do I make her just punch people? Maybe she's really good at punching people if I let her. Anyway, I think SCART had pins for A, RGB, DRGB, composite, and, well, not RF, but sound, though. Oh, and S-Video. Right, S-Video. Yeah, S-Video. Something I haven't had to deal with too much either, but I'm aware of it. Just smack the Grim Rider. You're going to actually use Boom here. Kaboom. I still remember back in the day, like, because I said N64 and PS1 were the first ones that had the like RG or the red, white, yellow, right? At least then that we had around here. I remember because pretty much no TVs that I had back in the day had those outputs at all. Like none of them. The ones that I had in my life, whether it be at my home or grandma's or cousins or whatever. So we always had to use a VCR to hook that shit up. You had to like patch it through the VCR and then use a coax cable from the VCR to the TV to output it. For the PS1 and the N64, that's how we had to play it. Yo, an Orichalcum? Bro! I didn't expect to find that here. That's amazing. Okay. 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 I can make some stuff with that. I don't know if I wrote any of them down, but now that I have another orichalcum, I'm going to have to double check what I want to make out of that, because that's one of the best like materials in the game to make some shit. But yeah, for the whole N64 and PS1 era, that is exactly how I had to play games. Using a VCR. Yep. Yep. That is exactly how I had to play games. Yeah, so I still had to like make the TV go to channel 3 or 4 or whatever, depending on the TV or whatever, the VCR. Yep, it was a thing. And that was all the way up until I got a GameCube. Because when I got the GameCube, I also got a new TV that had the red, white, yellow plugs. So I was finally able to just plug my shit in and play. It was like, finally, I can play my games without having to deal with a VCR. It was so nice. It changed my life. I know you said PS2 also, Omega, but I didn't have one of those in my own. But when I did borrow one and play it, I was able to just plug it right there. And my TV was nice because it actually had the plugs in the front, so I didn't have to go around the back. It was like, hell yeah. I could just be like, boop, right in the front. Knew it was plugged in. We were ready to go. Real nice. I remember my dad bought me that TV for Christmas, I believe. He bought me that for Christmas, and he bought me Metroid Prime 4 for my GameCube. I guess technically when I got the GameCube, I didn't have that TV yet, now that I think about it. Pretty sure Metroid Prime... Did I say Metroid Prime 4? Metroid Prime, the first Metroid Prime. Anyway, the first Metroid Prime, when I played that, was on my new TV. I remember that. I might have got the TV before that. Man, I'm trying to remember the timeline of exactly how things went. But I definitely got them like one after the other. So when I played Metroid Prime on my TV, I was like, oh man, this is incredible. My flat screen CRT TV. I didn't call it a CRT back then, but that's what it was. But it was flat. Our TV in the house, the TVs in the house were so old at that point. To finally get a new TV that had a flat screen was like crazy. It wasn't flat like we know now. It was just like, it was a normal big ass size CRT TV, but it had a flat screen. And I was like, damn. If you're going to ask me for more details than that, I couldn't tell you. I was like 12 years old when my dad bought me that, maybe. 13, maybe? I'm trying to think of when he bought that exactly. Trinitron Tube is Sony branded? I don't think it was Sony. Well, I don't know. I think it was the brand was Apex, so whoever puts out Apex brand. I had that TV for a long time. I did finally get rid of it though. I was having audio issues with it, and it had a built-in DVD player too, I believe. Yeah. So, eventually the DVD player stopped working. Like it wasn't that it stopped working, but discs wouldn't really read in there properly. Like they would work, but then would kind of skip and be shitty. I was just like, I'm gonna stop using the DVD player. And then, yeah, just the screen, the visuals on the screen ended up getting too fuzzy, and it's not even worth keeping anymore. I do have another CRT TV that's in my garage. I don't have a place for it in this house. Otherwise, I'd have it set up as like a little retro spot so people can sit down and play some retro shit if they want. I had that at my old house, but someday, if I can get a game room big enough to like set up everything the way I want to, then we'll have it like that eventually. But we need a different house for that. Not enough space in this house for that. I got lots of shit still boxed up. Gaming stuff mostly. What? Oh, my controller disconnected. I'm like, why did I stop in place? My controller fucking disconnected. I think this wore off a while ago, and I never did recast it. I forget. Does Kaboom work on these these purple guys? I want to say these might become some of the guys that the Kaboom doesn't work on. Stop disconnecting, controller. I'm not even doing anything. Seriously, I'm just sitting here. I wasn't even moving. Like, it's connecting and reconnecting quickly. I might have to buy another one of these fucking cords. I don't know if I have another one. I know I bought a couple of them when I bought them, but I don't know if I used them both already. I have to look around and see. Or if I let Morrow borrow one. You know what? Morrow might have one of them. I'm going to have to switch to hers while I'm playing. If hers doesn't do the same shit. Anyway, these high rollers are getting serious, y'all. Getting super serial. And nobody believes me. How dare you? Oh, mama, that was a big crit hit. I did not like that. One bit, Sam I am. Don't you laugh flippantly at me, bitch. How dare you? Oh. Ouchie. So I got a lot of MP, it's fine. And we're almost done here. I believe we're on the last spiral to get the fuck out of this dungeon, so let's get the fuck out of here, man. Almost done here. We're climbing the last spiral out of this damn dungeon. I'll be happy to be done with this place, so I literally won't have to come back here again. I just hope that climbing all the way to the top has a purpose. There better be something that is where the fucking nest was at. Because otherwise, you know, we already been done here. The fact that there was an orichalcum, though, made this entire trek worth it no matter what. Because I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it yet. Oh, we just dinged. Dang, I don't think I can do that while we're here. Alright. Well, luckily it dinged when we're almost done, so I'm not wasting too much time walking. And we're at the top, so bitchin'. Anything here? Anything worth my while here? Or is it literally just going to be a dead end? Well, it was a good game. We climbed to the top for no reason, but we're here. Alright, can I just evac out of here? Oh, I gotta be actually inside, I guess. Or I probably... You know what? I might be able to zoom from here. Who needs an evac when you can just zoom out of here, huh?